What's happening, YouTube? I am back with another video, and today I've got a vid which is, how can I say, I don't like doing videos like this. This is not really what I want to do, but you know, someone's going to talk about it. It's quite a disturbing video of an old man being arrested by the police, but in my opinion, is less of an arrest and more of an assault. It's dreadful. Just take a look at this.
Lay down on your belly. Lay down on your belly. Down on your belly right now. Just trying to put him out. Sit down on your belly. Now. Get out. Get down. Put your arms behind your back.
That old man, you
Put
know.
your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back. Sit down.
Wow. Wow. All that for an old man, you know. Oh, look at his head. Got a big cut on his head from the kick that they just give him.
Let me come get my blanket.
Right, so I had to stop the video right there because it gets a little bit bloody, and we know what YouTube are like. They do not like that kind of stuff being shown. So I stopped it before you could see the mess as a result of that kick that officer gave him. But this is why people don't trust the police. It's unbelievable how they treated that man. Now, allegedly, what's happened here is that old man, because let's face it, he's an old man. He's 60 years old, apparently. That old man was allegedly shoplifting in Tesco, and the employee there accused him of doing such, and then he got into an altercation with the police officer. Now, off camera, allegedly, the old man had snatched the police officer's body-worn camera and damaged it by throwing it on the floor. And then the public of seeing the altercation and started filming, and that's what you've seen just then. Now, I find it very funny that the evidence that would show that this guy was aggressive, as the police officer was claiming towards him, got destroyed because the old man, who was such a massive threat to him, grabbed his body-worn camera and threw it on the floor and damaged it. I mean, do you buy that? Because I don't buy that. I don't trust these police officers as far as you can throw him. That police officer, as far as I'm concerned, is bang out of order, and he needs to be fired immediately. I mean, you've seen the size of him. He's not a little guy. That old man was no threat to him. That old man was no threat to anyone. You could get a 13-year-old, the scrawniest 13-year-old kid could take down that old man. You're trying to tell me that police officer, with all his training, with all his size, wouldn't be able to take down a 60-year-old man who was allegedly also intoxicated? Come on now. You can't believe that. If you believe that, then you're a bit dim. But then there's certain types of people out there who will see anything and believe anything that the police say because they're bootlickers, and as far as they're concerned, the police can do no wrong. But most people in the community and most people, most people, it's just in general, know that the police can't be trusted, and there's they're more concerned with nabbing people for traffic violations and harassing people over COVID breaches and just handling petty, small, easy crimes rather than doing the things that they should be doing, which is stopping I can't say that word. Stopping the grapists and the guys who like to go around deleting other people. No, they're busy. They don't want to do those kinds of crimes. They don't want to do the difficult stuff, the hard stuff. They want to run around, knocking out old men. Police work, not going around enforcing masks and knocking out old people and just doing all the ridiculous stuff that you see the police doing nowadays. It seems to me that there's not even any police around. If there's a crime going on, they're not going to be there to prevent crime or to stop crime. They're just there. There's these after the event note takers. What is the point of them even? They're always if your house gets broken into, they're not there walking the beat at night to protect your property, to protect your homes and your cars. No, if your house gets broken into, you call them up and they come round and they take some notes and you might get some guys coming around to try and see if you can get a few prints. Other than that, nothing's going to happen. And unless you've got CCTV to give to them, they're not bothered. Just give you a crime reference number and toddle on, mate. Let's hope you've got home insurance. Oh my lord. But anyway, I've gone a little bit off topic. Let's stick to this old man. He was not a threat to that police officer. He was not a threat to the public. There is absolutely no reason for the police to tase the guy twice. You see what he did? He tased him twice, not once, twice. A 60-year-old man. You're trying to tell me you couldn't have taken him down with your hands? You're trying to tell me you couldn't have just, restrained him? Look, big old man like you, not able to take down a 60-year-old man. You're a disgrace, mate. You're a disgrace. And he's there hiding behind his uniform. Nothing will come of it. He won't get disciplined. He won't get fired, which he should be fired, because as far as I'm concerned, that is a clear example of police brutality. Tasing an old man, a 60-year-old man, twice, and then booting him in his head so hard that his head bounces off the floor, blood everywhere. And that's supposed to be reasonable force. Reasonable force? Are you taking the mick, mate? Are you taking the absolute mick? That is ridiculous. And another thing that really annoyed me is none of the public decided to pipe up and say, yeah, mate, don't you think that's a little bit excessive? You know what I mean? Why are you treating a guy like this? You're tasing him up, kicking him while he's on the floor, bouncing his head off the ground, and no one thought to say, hey, how about you calm down? And then look how many of those police officers they took to restrain him. 6 officers. You're telling me 6 officers had to show up for that one old man? Jesus Christ. Seriously. This is our police force. These are the guys that are supposed to serve and protect us. These are the guys who were supposed to call when, shit hits the fan. But let's face it, anytime there's stuff going wrong, they ain't around. You can't find them. They're never about. They're sat outside Krispy Kremes or KFC. That's the only time I ever see police officers. I don't ever see police officers walking about the streets like they're supposed to be or like they should be. No, they're driving around in their cars, trying to cherry picking jobs. Or at least that's how it seems to me. Here, a member of the public, and then you see things like what happened with Sarah Everard, where you've got police officers literally going out graping and deleting young women, and we're supposed to trust these people. When you see examples like Sarah Everard, and then when you see examples of this old man getting his head bounced off the floor and tased twice by a police officer, a 60-year-old man, and we're supposed to trust these people. When you see a black bank manager being harassed for years, having his career destroyed by the police, and we're supposed to trust these people. Nah, this is one of the reasons why there are plenty of people out there who say they don't trust the police, and the police ain't your friend, because they ain't. They're not there to serve and protect. They're there to harass and annoy. Oh man, I feel bad for that old man. Yeah, I'm not saying that what he did was right. the guys, if he did shoplift, and obviously he needs to be, his crime needs to be punished, it needs to be dealt with. But come on, there's no way on earth that's reasonable force. That police officer needs to be suspended immediately. He needs to be fired. There's absolutely no way. That is a clear case of police brutality, in my opinion. Cut and dry. There's no way that guy deserves to be treated like that. You know what I mean? How do we know this guy wasn't shoplifting for some food because, you know, he's broke, because he's, you know, old, or not able to work? How do you know he's not got mental health issues? Do you really think tasing him twice and bouncing his head off the floor is going to help the situation? No, of course it isn't. But he doesn't care about that. The guy's just a brute. Like a lot of these police officers, they're just brutes. If you don't comply immediately with what they say because they're on a power trip, they want to tase you, pepper spray you, beat you up, because they seem to think that they're the boss of you. They're not the public servants. They think they're the boss of you. They think that if they say jump, you're supposed to say how high, that you're supposed to be some groveling weasel. That's how these police officers go on, a lot of them. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some good police officers out there, and I've met a few of them, but there seem to be few and far between. When you see examples like this, time and time again, it just degrades the trust in the police. I'm sorry, but there's no way on earth that was reasonable force. He could have taken that man down on his own. I mean, that old man, he's 60 years old. Like, my bitch ass could have taken him down, and I can't take anybody down. So there's no way that the police officer, with all his training, wasn't able to take him down without using that gratuitous violence. It's not on. Anyway, guys, that's it on this. You know, I hope where you live, it's you know, you have much better police than they do down in Stevenage, where this event took place. But I'm very disappointed to see that. That was, to me, it was bad. You know, it wasn't, seeing stuff like that. It really makes you think that these guys are on some sort of crazed power trip. I genuinely, obviously I don't know, was it in that police officer's head, but it seemed to me like he kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't until he realised that, oh crap, I'm being filmed, and oh my gosh, there's blood all over the floor. I'm gonna have to call an ambulance now. Oh crap, what have I done? But if those cameras weren't there, it would have been, oh, he was aggressive. Oh, and get this as well. They charged the old man for assaulting a police officer. Yeah, can you believe that? They charged that old man for assaulting a police officer. Let me tell you again, they charged him, the old man, who got tased twice, got kicked in the back of the head, and had his head bounced off the floor. They charged him with assaulting the police officer. Oh my lord, that's what I'm talking about. That's why that's why nobody trusts these guys. It's an absolute joke. They can do that to you and then charge you with assault. Now, the only assault that was going on there was from the police officer. The police officer was the one doing the assault, not the old man. I don't care if he snatched your body cam and smashed it off the floor. That's your fault. Well, like I said a few minutes ago before I went on another rant, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. But either way, get in the comments and let me know what you think. And I will see you on the next one.